I don't wanna know how the story goes. I only get so much more info. That's from my dude through my oracle, and it's all on cue. I don't wanna know how the story goes. I only get so much more info. Let's just do a dude through my oracle, and it's all on cue. I think it's a connection to the Congo. Or maybe it's a head being Shango. Back when the bulls had Rondo. We was rocking red and white. Come outside, cause I'll be outside. Oh my mind, but it's all on you. Let the spirit teach us. Don't sleep on my reshot. I see why I invite your name. It's your name. I don't wanna know how the story goes. I only get so much more info. That's from my dude through my oracle, and it's all on cue. I don't wanna know how the story goes. I only get so much more info. Let's just do a dude through my oracle, and it's all on cue. It's a method to the message of the process. I ain't stressing and I know we making progress. It's a lesson shadow boxing in the darkness, and it's all on you. I'll be outside, on my mind, but it's all on you. Let the spirit teach us, sleep on my reshot. I see why I invite your name. It is your name.
I'm sorry, you're gonna we have to listen to it again.
I don't wanna know how the story goes. I only get so much more info. Let's do my dude to my oracle, and it's all on cue. I don't wanna know how the story goes. I only get so much more info. Let's just do a dude to my oracle, and it's all on cue. I think it's a connection to the Congo. Or maybe it's a head being Shango. Back when the bulls had Rondo, we was rocking red and white. Come outside, cause I be outside. On my mind, and it's all on you. Let the spirit teach us. Don't speak on my reshot. I see why I invite your name. I is your name. I don't wanna know how the story goes. I only get so much more info. Let's just from my dudes to my oracle, and it's all on cue. I don't wanna know how the story goes. I only get so much more info. Let's just do our dudes to my oracle, and it's all on cue. It's a method to the message, just a process. I ain't stressing and I know we making progress. It's a lesson shadow boxing in the darkness, and it's all on you. Come outside, cause I be outside. On my mind, and it's all on you. Let the spirit teach us. Don't sneak on my reshot. I see why I invite your name. I is your name.
Man, that boy can fly.
Just know that everything behind me soon to pass away. Ballin' on our own island, no castaway. I was trying to learn the craft, I can't masquerade. Every time we make magic, it gotta have the cake. They say the flowers are made, spring from the showers in April. Burning slaves by the pound, all over Christmas is label. Try to line your agree, the meditation you label. And you might get a read, tarot cards on the table. And she's better eyeballs, so in the living room. Really ever like the candles, cause she in the mood. Not to mention love spell, she was singing through. Take attention to her soon if you feel it blue. It feels strange to find a guide on the voyage. No, you ain't the same, I can feel it in your aura. Aim on point like the horns of a Taurus. Say you won't change, but it's in the horn. Have to think the constellations for the day they made you. So ever since a minor, I've been playing major. Call me Private Ryan, I was trying to save you. See the stars is on the line and they designing greatness. So why be racing when we only chasing soul ties? You finna be the centerpiece of my soul tribe. No twin flame soul mates from an old life. So I'm thinking my outreach and you know why. That girl fine, that girl fine. You don't wanna feel a black girl, right? You don't wanna make a black girl mine. But they always want with the black girl. I ain't talking about no rabbit in a hat trick. I say I would have this black girl. I ain't talking about no rabbit in a hat trick. I say I would have this black girl. And she gotta have a heart to rent a living room. Really live it like Deanna said she had a boy. After you mentioned Ross spell, she was sending mom. Several listen to her song if you're feeling blue. They said the flowers and face, the silence in nature. Burning stage by the pen, all of the crystals is labeled. Try to line your read with meditation label. You might get a read, tear apart to the tech. That girl fine. You don't wanna feel a black girl, right? You don't wanna make a black girl, right? But they always want with the black girl. I ain't talking about no rabbit in a hat trick. I say I would have this black girl. I ain't talking about no rabbit in a hat trick. I say I would have this black girl.
Okay, so first and foremost, hey, what's up? What's going on? Anybody that knows me knows I never go live. I actually have no freaking clue like how any of this even works. So this should be very interesting. But seeing that I am yet and still giving off main character energy, I am living rent free in so many people's heads, their minds, their mouths. Like let's get it. I don't even understand. Like, I mean, like, what are we doing here? Like, why are we still going through this? 12 months, I have not said anything, and I have just let, I mean, all kind of stuff slide. I'm over it. That's where I am at this point. So, yeah, you want to give me that main character energy, I'm going to give it right back to you. So let's enjoy. Now, first and foremost, what I need to know is how in the hell do I drop a link? How do I do that? Um, yeah. Mm, you're saying share and ah, look at that. No, it's a button that says invite. Does that work? Hmm. Oh, look at that. It did. Well, I'll be damned. Okay, got it. Oh, I'm feeling real good right now. I'm feeling real good. Look, not only did I just go live for the first time, but I figured out how to drop a link and I figured out how to get somebody up here. Oh, cool. Sir, I made a call and you answered.
Hello?
Yeah,
What's going on? You rang.
I did. I did. Because 12 months later and my name and your name seem to still be ringing bells out in these streets. So I figured, why not just be on the same panel? Like,
uh,
we happen to be in a debate league together, and anytime our avatars are side by side, like, it pisses people off.
mm,
We don't even have to be like engaging with each other, just people seeing our avatars next to each other. It pisses people off. So I said, you know what? Let's give them something to talk about. Now, so, avatars are side by side again. I then on top of that, I'm once again hearing that my vagina and your penis are hot topics all over the YouTube streets.
mm, 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 mm.
I mean,
Once again.
at this point, seriously, the way I keep hearing women keep talking about my vagina, I'm really starting to wonder, like, like, I mean, is the sector full of lesbians or at least bisexuals? Because I mean, they've got to want some of it, seeing that my vagina keeps being in their mouth. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. But okay, cool, whatever. And I got to ask you a question too, because there is a word that has been floating around for a hot little minute now. So I have got to ask you this. What does it feel like to be hollytized?
Holly Tide. Whew. You're a whole metaphor out here. You a whole metaphor out here. Holly Tide. Mm-mm-mm.
What, I mean, like, what even is that?
I think it's like I think that's when I guess you've been surpassed whipping, like being whipped. I guess that like it's because it can't be just being whipped. That got to be like another level to being whipped.
Oh, that's next level.
That got to be next level. It got to
Next level. Like, every
be. If
time
you get a whole man, yeah.
man, listen, every time I heard this, I was like, that is the most aggravating. But you know what? The way that you're explaining it, maybe it's, some real cool shit. Maybe I ought to embrace it. I'm out here in these streets hollywoodizing motherfuckers through the internet. My, my voice,
If you
my voice and avatar on the internet has got motherfuckers hollytized. That's what's up.
it's got to be. We done heard that a few times.
Man.
You know, very very interesting.
So
So
what is it? I mean, like, how does it feel? How does how does it feel for 12 plus months to be the topic of everybody's conversation?
Ooh, I gotta say, I mean, it's at this point, I feel like I gotta be the content. It feels like we've ended up being content that kind of keeps people alive, you know. So at one point it was a little aggravating, but I think at this point I kind of understand. You know, when you kind of dying off and you don't really have real content, you gotta find somebody. I just didn't know that we were that interesting. That much I did not. Because I typically kind of consider myself boring.
Listen, I dig that because, like, I've had this account since I want to say like 2013, maybe. And it took me forever to even realize that people like talked, like they had shows and everything on YouTube. I came to YouTube to tutorials and, like informational videos, and I stumbled upon like people doing this and was like, oh wow, so like YouTube has a whole nother, like a whole nother purpose. But since 2013, like, it 10 years now, no one knows me. No one knows me. So I totally get that. Like, uh there's a content creator I know, and she says she identifies as a nab and nothing ass bitch. Well, like, I totally get
Damn.
that because my name does not ring any bells on YouTube. And for me to be the topic of so many people's discussions in so many people's sectors, it's like,
Hmm.
that's weird. You mean, how are you going to make a name for you off of my back when people don't know me? All you're doing is like putting me out there. Appreciate you. That's that main character energy vibe.
Drawing the yeah, it just pushed us in. Go ahead and pushes on in the algorithm. Um, I don't know how that's a win, but people feel like they winning by pushing you right on in there.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, it's 12 months straight, no days off, and to sit and, I noticed that you and I, we both had the same energy, and it's just like, I'm not about to sit here. I kept saying over and over again, because there was a lot of times that I just really wanted to fight back, but I'm just like, nope, I'm not getting ready to sit up and defend lies. Like, whatever you think about me at this point, believe it. Like, if people are sitting up putting out all of this stuff and you believe it, cool, you run with it. And as a matter of fact, like, add some more shit onto it so you can really make it juicy. But
I'm trying to tell you.
I kind of like flip between, like, back and forth of being irritated, excuse me, and like laughing at it, because again, like, why do I live rent free in your head? I don't bother anybody. I leave people alone. even when you like start coming for me, I don't have anything to say to you. But at the same time, I ain't gonna even lie. Like, I'm low key petty too. So sometimes, petty gets, the best of me, and I have to throw something out there. But how have like how have you been dealing with, like I said, just being the main, and I mean, like, you have gotten a lot of shit thrown at you. Like, I mean, you have been around for obviously a lot longer than I have. More people do know you, or they, at least they think they know you, and things that they
Mhm.
have and everything. Like, the only thing that they can, because nobody, like, literally nobody knows me. So the only thing that you can do, the only thing that they have been doing is like coming from my vagina, which I really find to be weird. Again, like, grown women, like, why is my vagina the topic of your conversation? You don't know anything about me, and that's what you go to, especially as another woman. That's weird to me, seriously. But how do you handle, like, everything that has been thrown at you? Because the entire house, the kitchen sink, the garage, like, everything has been thrown at you. Like, how have you been handling all of that? And I mean, I say for 12 months, but for you, I mean, it's been years.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Especially being dark side, it's a lot of shit that come with that in itself. The most recent shit, I find it amusing, especially seeing that there's another, like, there's no way I could sit by and be cool with my woman having another man's dick in her throat, like that right there. And so I have to laugh in a way, because it's like, damn, somebody can have my dick in their throat for like an hour, hour and a half. I just gotta wonder, like, are you kissing her after that? Like, literally, did you kiss her before and after, or like, how does that exactly work? Because it gets weird at some point, and it's like, I really don't want to be involved in that type of relate. I don't know what type of relationship people have nowadays. It's 2023, so I guess there's people are a lot more open and tolerable about certain acts and certain things. Um, I'm not into that shit though. But for some reason, every time I look up, it's like it's in somebody's throat. And then you look next to him and it's like, damn, there's a nigga right there. It's like, yo. So it makes me wonder. It's like, damn, do you kiss her after that? Like, how does that work exactly? Because it would concern me. Me personally, I'd be done. Like, you know what? If that's what you want to do, you do that. I'm gonna go over here and keep, do my own thing. But for some niggas, I guess they're into that type of shit. Like I said, it's 2023. I don't want to judge anybody, and that's what you into. Cool. I'm not into that. So let me know what type of, like, damn. At least warn me first. Like, hey, I'm gonna have my dick in your throat, and then I'm probably in my throat, and I'm probably going to end up, I'm gonna kiss my old man after the fact. Tell me that so I can go ahead and know. Go, no, please don't come anywhere near it. But it seems like, I mean, like, the people just in their relationships have just gotten very awkward. And like I said, they're open about it. It's like, we can all see you. You're live when you're doing this. You should be ashamed of yourself, I would think. But it's 2023. And I'm guessing these niggas is proud of shit like this now. So I don't know if that's how people want to attach themselves to me or, stay alive. This shit is very weird.
Yeah, I've heard like so many different things, and I just it's really strange to me because I'm like, when I hear this stuff, I'm like, oh, that wasn't thought through now, was it? Like you really didn't you mean you didn't think that all the way through before you said
Mm-mm.
these things. And like that's why I say, like, I kind of teeter totter between, you know, being irritated by some of the stuff that I hear and, then laughing at it because I'm like, you're making yourself look real foolish. I mean, especially when you're saying these things, and I mean, people can tell when you spinning these like Aesop fables, like you're lying, but you're doing this shit with a straight face, and you're like, I have all the authority
Oh,
to tell these lies, and you are supposed to believe it.
oh my God. It just gets ridiculous. And I don't know if it's supposed to stop people, but I'm like, for some reason, they enjoy bringing attention to. And I like to just be ducked off. I kind of do my own thing. This is why I never use. A lot of people would have used the negative attention to try to catapult themselves into the upper echelon. Me personally, I'm like, that ain't my type of attention that I want. But for some reason, I can't seem to shake it for a boy. And it's like, I guess it's kind of, and it's funny because I went from bum, no job, to working at Walmart to like, and I'm like, God damn, am I? And I had to wonder, like, damn, well, what do I do at Walmart? Am I the cart pusher? You know what I'm saying? Am I the nigga out there with a vest on? Do I stand by the door? Do people leave me in charge of the money? Like, how does this exactly operate? I'm not sure. It's almost weird, and I wonder what is the obsession? Because that's what the shit really is. It's become an obsession because there's never a conversation about my brain. There's always a conversation about my dick. So that at some point it's like, well, goddamn, like, and mind you, these are coming from people that's laying next to a nigga. So I'm like, damn, when you guys have intercourse, do I pop up in your head? Like, is it my dick that gets thought about? And I think that's unfair to put the other nigga in that situation. But obviously the nigga love it. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I know. Like, I remember a while back, like you had done a stream, and you had said something in that stream that like totally had. I mean, like I just sat there and I was like, yeah. I mean, that really makes a lot of sense. I'm not even gonna name the channel holder, but like that must be really weird for you as a man to have, just like I said, I mean, like listening to all these women is, my vagina, my vagina. I'm just like that. I mean, that's weird to me. Like, I've never had any desire to be with a woman. I've never been with a woman. Like you're not gonna change my mind, but my why is my vagina constantly on your mind? Like and if I know if I feel that way as a woman, as a man, for you to have men that are sitting with these women and in your penis is their like the topic of their conversation and these men are inputting in on said conversation or the men
My
are
God.
having their own conversation and your penis is the topic of conversation. I mean, like, how weird is that to you?
It's very uncomfortable because, you know, I understand women. I get that. Women talk. But as a man, you should feel some type of way about yourself. I have to question your sexuality. I have to. And, you want to do what you do. It's 2023. Cool. I don't go that direction. Take that up with somebody else. That's all I be asking. It's like find some, there in 2023. There are plenty of men that are into that shit. Plenty of them. You don't have to come and pick me out and then decide. Well, let's sit up here and they want to talk about when, with, if I'm hitting it hard or not. Like the shit just gets awkward, and it's like, like, uh, what is your concern exactly, and how does this affect your life? And it's like I don't. It's like, do you go to sleep thinking about this? Because that's awkward. I can't picture. I don't have any. And at one point, I tried to understand, and I thought about it. There's no way I can understand thinking about another man's dick. I can't. I can't understand that, and I don't want to. I don't want to.
Oh, look. I'm listening to I'm because you know me. I don't go live. Like I seriously fly this low underneath the radar that I have no idea what any of these buttons even do. On this thing, I no clue, no clue. Oh, Angel, we're just talking about the fact that for 12 months that Blue and I have been I'm sorry, not Blue. Melchizedek. I will be calling him Melchizedek. Melchizedek and I have been the topic of conversation constantly for the last 12 months, including our privates. The fact that
Mainly.
avatars side by side on any panel to include SVDL, where we are both debaters at. Just this formation right here is enough to just, I mean, like, get people so irate. So I just wanted to talk about it. I mean, to this, just even as of yesterday, we're still going down this same lane. So I haven't said anything. He hasn't said anything. I'm just like, I mean, let's talk about it. That's what we're talking about, Angel. We're talking about main character energy.
Mm-mm-mm.
But
And no, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say, and it you said it's been including our private. That's been the main topic is our privates. That's been the main topic. Like I almost want to go ahead and just send them pictures, so at least it could be in the thumbnail, and people already know automatically when they click on the link or when they get the notification that the conversation is going to be my private.
Oh Lord. Oh well, you on your own on that one. Like I've I've heard horror stories about about that. You share you share your pictures with one person, and the next thing you know, they're floating all over the place. Everybody's got a copy. So yeah, I'm gonna let you have that.
It's going right on around.
You're on your own when it comes to that. I'm not gonna do that. But I yet and still, again, I find it just really, really strange that I mean, like I've heard that I'm just run down a quick list. Uh, I slept with you, and since you're the only person here, I'm just going to address you because, of course, there was other players supposedly involved in this, but I slept with you, and I have given you some sort of STD. But then another player in this game will sit up and had said that and put that out there for consumption, but then to turn
Mm,
around in the very next breath and say, but I'm sleeping with him tonight. That's why I'm like,
mm,
oh, so we don't think things all the way through when
mm, mm, mm,
we say these outright lies.
mm, mm, mm. It's some diseased throats on YouTube based on that story. It's some very diseased throats. Because I would think if somebody, and I'm gonna keep it clean, if somebody's private was dirty, I would think you would try to avoid that at all costs. I don't, I don't think your next move would be to keep it in your throat.
Right.
Like, damn. And then the worst part, the nigga next to you. I have to say, like, bro, do you kiss her after this? I gotta know, bro. It's very concerning because it's like, God damn, bro. The diseased one is in your woman's throat. You're laying next to her, and she has no problem right in your fucking face doing it. I'd be ashamed. That's just me personally. I'd be ashamed, and I question my own self. Like, damn, what am I doing wrong to where at a time my private should be in your throat? You choose to put somebody else's private who you believe is diseased in your throat. God damn. You should feel like you got to be doing something wrong, bro. You got to be doing something wrong. You just can't be doing it right because it just don't make no sense. There's no way. I would rather. I mean, oh, I'm sorry. I got disgusted right there. I'm sorry. Golly, that turned my stomach because it's like, God damn, bro. What are we doing? And like I said, man, 2023 has been a weird year. We've seen, and 2022 was weird. I expected for 2023 to clean up, but it only got worse.
Here's another question for you. How like, what was that feeling for you when the veil came off and you realized that you were behind enemy lines?
Oof, man, that right there was ah. I think it was definitely a wake up call. It was definitely a wake up call because it was funny because and mind you, for 2 years it's been said that I did all of this talking. I did all of this talking, and obviously I talked like for some reason, and I'm trying to figure out how do you start a conversation. Like I'm the one that did all of this talking, but yet nobody ever does a stream or talks about anything that I've said. I found that funny, and it was like, damn, the only thing that ever popped up was shit that was being said about me. And it was very awkward that people would be trying to convince me that I was pillow talking about myself. This is what was going on. I pillow talked about myself. So I spread my own STD rumor. I spread my own child abuse rumors. I spread my own bum rumors. And this is supposedly I'm spreading this to women I'm trying to engage with. Wouldn't that seem kind of like that would be a pretty awkward conversation. I'm trying to figure out if you're trying to engage a woman, how exactly do you lead with that? And how do you even finish with that? Like where does that even come in at where you do that to yourself? And people would be dumb enough to believe that that's exactly what was going on. And when we look and it's like, well, damn, what else was being said and about who? Because I've only heard things being said about me personally and me in my personal life. I don't put anything out on my own personal life. I just don't. And it's very awkward that when people use personal information and flip it, that all of a sudden I would still end up being a problem in this. And this is personal information. I have never, ever, I don't have conversations like that. I don't. Nor do I talk about other people. I just don't. And I get it. For some reason, you had somebody that wanted to attach themselves to me and be an enemy of mine for some strange reason and pretend like, you know, and it's dumb people in the world. I'm going to say that right now. Like when I talk, and I said this before, when we talk about comprehension skills, we need to start at the beginning. We just need to start reading Dr. Seuss. And just to make sure people are able to follow along with Dr. Seuss and then work our way up. Because it's funny how I have a conversation about a team being built. Mind you, there's a whole team being built. Team gets built against me. Against me. And then somebody will try to take me talking about a team being built against me and claim I had a team against them. You're a liar. You're a liar. Like, and that's just plain and simple. You lie. Nobody, you've been on the team against me with the rest of them. And literally, we say harassing, cyberbullying me on the internet. Cyberbullying me. Trying to tarnish my name, my character, and all kinds of shit. As a team. And then we'll pretend like, and the worst part is when motherfuckers would be like, I forgive you. You forgive me? You know how fucking cocky you gotta be? You know how fucking cocky you gotta be to literally try to destroy somebody's character, name, and all. Build yourself up off of their name with using content, and then go, I forgive you. Oh, really? Really now? I I leave forgiveness for God. That's just me. You want forgiveness? Ask God. Me personally, I I'm good with just moving the fuck on. That's just what I'm going to do. I move on. I move on. And it's crazy because even when people are out of danger, because that's what it was called. People was in danger, lives was in danger and in jeopardy. I move out of danger, and for some reason, either people like run into danger or it's just a fucking lie from the beginning. I just don't understand it because I still get harassed, whether it's online or it's in real life, harassed.
Yeah, like I I completely understand because I have been going through the same thing in and offline. It's like it I mean it's weird. Again, why would you put that much effort into like harassing me? Like you're finding out people in my real life's phone numbers, like passing their phone numbers out to people,
Mm.
calling like why would you be reaching out to my mother and my sister? Like, do you know how strange that is? Like,
Oof.
I just it, and then running around on the internet again. I don't have a name out here, and you're like putting the ladder up on my back and making your name off of my back. Like that's it's strange to me. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. You need a storyline. So all of a sudden you have turned the people around you into like we are a reality show now. You realize that, right? Like
Yep.
this is love and debate. Like
Facts.
what? Like I came from a completely different sector. I had no idea about the conscious sector and stumbled upon it, and I'm over here with all kinds of good intentions. I come into SVDL for anybody that is watching, which I completely doubt the 4 people that are watching that we know who you are because 2 of them are in the chat. But I'm over at SVDL. I'm coming over here. I've told my story many, many times. Like, I damn near died, and was just using SVDL as a way to help kind of shake out cobwebs in my brain and finding like-minded people over here. I came in and really enjoying, myself and my surroundings.
Mm.
It was just like, I'm really digging this. And then an all out war. And it's crazy too though, because like, I mean, I was kind of warned too. Lex said, "Are you really ready for what's going to come to you if you join dark side?" And I'm just like, yeah. Like, I'm like I'm tough. Like what could possibly, like what's the big deal? Like, man, I have never in my life, like, grown people doing the things. I've never had stalkers, and I come on the internet and I've got stalkers. Like, this is the wildest thing ever. And I'm years past high school, but I've got like whole mean girl cliques. And you don't like me because what? I did what to you? Like, oh, okay. Like, no. I'm not a Heather, so I'm not about to conform. You want to bully, people that are, in particular spaces, and they either have to join your clique against this other person, or that means that you're under attack. Well, I've never been one to conform. I'm not going to join your alliance against somebody else. I'm not going to ever be a mean girl. So, I mean, I guess these attacks are just going to continue then, huh? I mean, I guess it is what it is. But like I said, for me, for 12 months straight, I have just been under attack and I have said nothing. I have gracefully bitten my tongue and like gone on about my business. I have got a real life. When I hit end broadcast, I go back to my real life here. When I get off of someone's panel, I go back to my real life. When my debates are over, I go back to my real life. Like, this is the internet. And who knew? I really did not know that this type of stuff went on. And I mean, to your point of what you just said, like, I saw the formation of this squad. I saw it grow right before my eyes against you. And then I got dragged into it. And said squad started to attack me. Something simple like, hey, will you teach me how to read tarot cards? And I'm like, or you ask, and I'm like, hey, listen, I don't do that anymore, but I'll teach you. And I'm giving you like links to some of my favorite readers, and I would be sitting there and telling you, okay, she's pulling this card and these cards together mean this, and then the reader, she says this. I mean, like, you can see that our interaction in these chats, hundreds of people in these chats, and we're there too. And somehow, like, those things would get flipped into, they're over there flirting. Like, what? Like, you do know that we can see you when you have now followed us into this chat and then begin to harass the two of us in this chat. Like, you don't see the conversation that the two of us are having, that in your warped mind that you have turned into something else in front of these hundreds of other people. Like, that was the craziest thing to me. And even as of late, I've heard, that they're still over there getting readings together. No, we're not. We haven't been in the same, like, readers chat. I don't even know, like, are you even still, like, going into any of those readers chats?
I don't write no more. And that's because of the drama that was being brought to the readers. I said, I'll just make sure I don't, show my face. Because obviously, it's funny because you're talking about in sector, these people don't even know me. But yet, if I pop up in the chat, random people pop up out of nowhere for some reason who are watching this shit, just waiting to see if I'm going to show up. They turn the whole chat into being about me. And now the reader is looking like, yo, what the hell going on? And I have to apologize to the reader, like, hey, I apologize about this. I didn't want, this isn't this isn't why I'm here, nor am I trying to attract this type of attention. I want you to be able, to get to do what you're doing because this is about a message from spirit. I don't want to be the one interrupting or disrupting that. So unfortunately, for the most part, I've had to stay open. I've been able to tune in, but I haven't even been able to write and put my energy in the chat.
Yeah, and that's sad because that was one of the things that I had taught you was, when you're coming in, to those readings, because they're a collective reading, I'm like, type in the chat. You need to put your energy in the chat because as you saw, when you would put your energy into the chat, like, that you would see that cards would start being pulled for you, specific messages for you. I remember us sitting in a chat one day and, like, the cards were coming out. We hadn't even said anything to each other. I wasn't even, because we had gotten to the point where you were understanding things a lot more, so I didn't even have to go about explaining anything. But you would put your energy in the chat, and I remember the cards started being pulled, and I said, there's your message. Did you hear that? And as soon as I said that, like, the chat, like, burst into flames. I simply said, do you hear your message? And the chat burst into flames. Like, all of these people, just started attacking you and me. Was like, this woman's husband is over here cheating with this woman. Like, what? What is happening right now? And I was real pissed off because that was like one of my favorite readers. I don't even get to go and and sit in anymore. I've stopped going altogether because of all of this. That's why, like, when I heard that little, they still, and I'm like, you're lying. Yet again, you're lying. Because I don't even know if he's doing it, but I know for sure that I don't even go because I have been harassed so much, just trying to teach you the messages that are coming out. So I'm just like, I'm not even gonna go anymore. Like, it just, this has been the most irritating situation. But then again, like I said, it's sometimes I sit back and I'm just laughing because I'm just like, you guys are so miserable that, like, you don't have anything other to do than, first of all, follow people around on the internet. And I just, and that I never figured out. I, and still to this day, I have no, I'm like, I remember asking you in a chat one day, I'm like, do you have a low jack? Like, how is it that we're sitting here and all of a sudden the minions are coming? Like, what, how in the hell do they even know? It's like, this has been the crazy, this has been some crazy shit. Crazy shit. But like I said, I
Yep.
mean, all the lies that have just been spun though. Now that's what is the real trip for me. And the lies that have been spun and lies that have not even been thought through. It's like, again, going back to one of your previous lives, and it means something you just said a minute ago too. Like, there's no way in hell I'm not bringing my household to the internet. Whatever the hell is happening in my house. I mean, we're black. Okay? That's your mama teaches you that from little. What goes on in this house stays in this house. And to bring your house to the internet, especially, I mean, seeing the way that people are on the internet, like, you think that you telling a sob story trying to get, garner sympathy and everything else, when all these people are doing is collecting this information, and they're going to end up flipping on you as soon as I mean, you piss them off. They need more views, they need more, cash apps, whatever. Now you become the topic of their conversation. I don't understand it. Like, I've got 60 subscribers over here, and I just reached that. Like, I don't, this channel was for surfing YouTube. 60 subscribers, but my name is all over in different sectors of YouTube. How? Why? Because somebody is somebody's, because they're, again, it's a whole team now in different sectors. My name, my name, my name. Well, at this point, I would love to know, how does it taste? Because you can't stop saying it. You're weird. I remember there's some person, their screen name is Trolling You Weirdos. Whoever that is, I want you to know, you're not trolling weirdos. You're a weirdo that's trolling.
Facts. Facts. Literally weirdos. It's like you, and it's funny because I don't know if people just think I don't have anything, but it's like, really, really, it comes down to personal shit. Everybody got personal shit that they can put out, but when you're not in fucking high school anymore, you got a certain responsibility as a goddamn grown person to choose what type of drama and shit that you decide to involve yourself in. You're not in school anymore. Some of y'all ain't been in school for fucking ever. Forever. And, I get it. A lot of what happened was, it was expectations that I guess I would run and not be able to show my face, or I don't know. I guess people, and people really be believing, like, that's why I say these people don't give a fuck. They really don't. They'll laugh and enjoy it, and then in the next sentence, peace, blue. Peace, blue.
Yeah, you know what? Absolutely, because I have been in the clouds in different places and stuff and seen, the people that have a lot to say about me, and then they'll be in one of the spaces that I frequent, and same thing. Peace, Akasha. I don't have anything to say to you. That's just not me. Like, I mean, you need to keep the same energy. If it if it's I'm this, that, and the third over there, then when you're in my territory, because at this point, I'm sorry, SVDL is my home, and you're not going to walk up in my house and you didn't even bother to wipe your feet at the door. So, like, I'm gonna let you into my home, and I'm gonna be cool. No, I'm just not made like that. However you felt when you were following the crowd over in those other spaces where they were talking about me, and you felt the need to join in, when you come over here, don't say anything to me. I'm not gonna speak to you. Know that. I don't. I'm not built like that. I'm not the skin and grin in your face and talk shit behind your back type of person. And when you do it to me, like, I mark it down. I keep that list. You can't come over here and think that I'm gonna be cool. Oh, I know they do, Angel. Because I mean, in the same spaces where I might go and duck off in the clouds, they got your name is ringing through the streets too. And then when they come over into SVDL, is damn for sure your house. You're the lady of the house. And hey, commissioner, hey, Angel, like, that's some real fuckery. Keep that same energy. Like, if you don't like us, just stay the fuck out from around us. I don't understand that. Like, it is weird. These are grown ass
But
people. Like, if you were in your 30s, your 40s, and definitely in your fucking 50s, and you're still doing this dumbass shit, you need to knock it off. You're too grown for it.
yep.
I
And it
mean,
just goes to show this is this is a lot of people's lives. I was asked yesterday, how has your life been? Like, huh? What, what do you mean, how has my life been? My life has been great. I've been living in your head though for rent free. The question is, how the fuck has your life been? How has your life been? Mine's been fine. Like, it's been actually good. My life has been on the up and up. I sleep better. I breathe better. I think better. I've been so stress free. I've even been able to quit smoking. I don't even smoke no more.
congratulations.
That's how cool my life has been. Appreciate that.
For real. Like, I mean, like, it's again, to me it's weird because we're talking about people with children, little children, grown children, grandchildren, and it's like, I mean, there are kids in your life. Like, go play with your kids. Stop playing with me. But
Please.
again, like I said, like, we give off this main character energy. These people, in the story of their lives, it's the story of their lives. They've written us as the main characters in their stories. I didn't have any clue, little old me, that I was that damn important, that I'm the main character in somebody else's story. But I appreciate you for giving me the main character energy. Like,
And it's funny because I gave my information out yesterday. Again, I have no issue giving out my information. I put my whole information out there, address, everything. I'm expecting gangsters to show up. You know who showed up? The police.
shut up.
The police. The police show up. I'm like, God damn. And I should have known, right then, like, I should have known before I let myself get to that point. Like, bro, let's be real. But I'm petty and I like smoke in real life. I love that shit sometimes. And so, and I miss it sometimes. So sometimes I try to push the envelope a little bit and make sure I get, which I'm gonna continue to, because I'm gonna make your old man slide. You're gonna have to do something. I'm gonna keep picking because that's just what I do. But it's just funny though. The police show up. The police. I'm like, God damn. What type? And I'm wondering, I'm like, yo, mind you, we all supposed to be on some gangster shit. The police show up.
Not calling the police. Ain't nobody on no gangster shit.
Like, wow. I just found that funny. It's coincidental that they show up and I'm sending threat. I never threatened anybody. I said I was going to a Padre Atlanta game. That's all I said. I was gonna go see the Padres play the Atlanta Braves. I would be there. No problem, no questions asked. Somehow that's a fucking threat. But see, when you work in the field that I work in, you meet a lot of people. You meet a lot of people. I just so happen to already know these people. I feed them on a regular. So instead of it going sour, it turned into actually a good conversation. And all right, I just found it real odd that me going to a baseball, I just go see the Padres play the Atlanta Braves. That's all I wanted to do. Turns into the fucking police pulling up. Weirdo shit.
That's
Weirdo
wild.
shit.
I thought that the boozy said you want some gangsters front your motherfucking house, not the police.
Not the fucking police. God damn. And that shocked me. I don't know why I was so surprised. I shouldn't have been. I should have known better. That was my fault. It was. But I just find that funny that that's who shows up. The police show up. That ain't very gangster at all. At all. So I I just find that weird and ironic. Never had that issue before. Never had that issue before. They never showed up before here for no reason. But immediately after it's not no smoke. I talk about catching the damn baseball game, and I get my shit out where you can send me the baseball ticket so I can go catch the game. But wanted to make sure you knew where to send the tickets to. The police show up, not my tickets. The police. Hmm. Very weird.
Yeah, again, just weirdo shit.
So yeah, I choose now to stay away from these people. I have no issue now. I understand what the game is. This shit is all about the internet. It's not about no real life shit. Cause I think people kind of confused sometimes, and they're not really positive about my resume. My resume is solid. It's really legit. I worked on my resume for I worked on my resume for years, making sure my shit was solid and legit, just for the police to show up. So my paranoid and looking, nah, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not even worried about it no more. I let it go because I understand now where we at with it. When it's real smoke, the police will be called. Just leave me alone. That's all I ask. Leave my name about it. Cause I may give a damn about that shit. Everybody that love me don't really care about the police. That's what's funny. Everybody that love me, they don't really give a damn about them. I do.
It's
Because
see
I got other shit to worry
that, and let me piggyback off that too. I mean, that's another thing that I find strange too, especially for me. See, you said you work in a field where, I mean, you come in contact with people. Like, I don't. I don't. I'm very introverted, SVDL, and debating, that's a big step for me. I don't even work in a field. I'm an engineer. Like, I'm not customer facing at all. I work with equipment all day. I don't have to deal with people. I don't do it in my real life. I don't do it on the internet. And it's like, I don't know. Like, I am a civilian. I don't have a resume. And because of the fact that I am an introvert, and I'm soft spoken, people don't know anything about me because I mean, I keep to myself. I do this every day in my real life. Like, but do you really think that because I am a civilian, I don't have a resume, that I'm soft spoken, that I don't interact with people? Do you really believe that I don't have people that love me? People that love me who might not be as nice and understanding as I am? Like, stop being weird, because you don't ever know, like, you don't ever know what's gonna come back to you. You don't even know the type of person that I used to be, the type of person that I moved away from, the type of person that I struggle to make sure that I don't go back to. I have children, okay? Children. And because of the fact that I have children and I am a mother, I think about other people's children too. And even if you don't think about your kids and what you might bring to your front door where your kids lay their head, I do. I think about your kids. And so I remain quiet. I keep the people that love me at bay because I'm thinking about your children. The same way that I have been told that you have my information. Do you think that I don't have yours? I mean, I know that all my haters went and listened to the interview that Angel did with me on my solar return last month. You know that I'm militarily trained. Like what I did in the military, this white man's military taught me how to be invisible. I'm gonna need for y'all to knock it off.
Mm,
Like I
mm,
just don't
mm, mm.
get it. I really don't get it. Like these people, they can't seem to leave the internet on the internet. I mean, I heard of a section of YouTube that I think that it's called Boy, the bottom of YouTube. It's like the white beef sector. I just learned about this the other day. Like supposedly they get down over there, but they have enough good damn sense to leave whatever they do on the internet. All the like whatever they have to say for each other, they leave it on the internet. But now I've got people that are taking things off of the internet and into my real life. And I'm just like, see, this is where a problem really comes in.
Facts.
I don't know. Like, I have likened this to when you're looking for houses and you start doing the research of what's the neighborhood like, the crime statistics, what are the schools like, that I might be sending my kids to, all of that. Well, you know what? I didn't do my due diligence before I moved into the neighborhood on the internet because this bitch is ghetto as hell. I didn't even know that you were even supposed to. Who knew? Who knew?
Who knew?
These people are so strange. And like you were saying a minute ago, I like listen and people's comprehension skills are very much lacking. And I mean, to the point where I'm wondering, can you even read and write? Because your comprehension skills are very, very low. You hear stories and stories get flipped when they go in your head and come back out of your mouth. Like things that weren't even said now are like spilling out of your mouth from a story that you heard. Like, what? That's not what I said.
Facts.
Man, I don't know. I really, I don't know. I just, I'm looking at the ticker. I really wasn't even thinking that I was even gonna be up here this long. We've been up here for almost an hour and a half now. Like I'm about to end this. I don't really have. I needed to just get some shit off my chest because for a year and probably a year and some change now, I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I'm listening to, like you said, this character assassination from people who don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know the first thing about me. The other day, on SVDL, sitting with Angel on my solar return, you finally in a year got a little few snippets of my life. You don't even know me, but you're coming up with all of these crazy stories, these fantastic stories, because you're unhappy with your life, what's going on in your life. And so you need somebody to blame. You need a scapegoat. And for this one particular person, I watched the attack on so many women. And then it was just my turn. But because I won't fold, I'm not bending to pressure. It's not going to happen. So you can keep saying whatever it is that you feel like saying, coming up with these stories. And I mean, like, sweetie, people, they've been seen through these lies. I mean, at the point where you started talking about the shit, people, they were on your side. But the more that you talk, the more that they could see that your ass is lying. And so you started losing support. People really started turning on you. But you know what? Again, I don't know if I want to sit up and tell you, good job, keep it up. Because of course, like I said, you didn't do anything but write me as the main character in the story of your life. I just got here. I literally just got here. But I'm the source of all your problems. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm,
I'm not
mhm.
gonna be bullied. I know that much.
So yeah, definitely. Like I said, I appreciate the
I
opportunity.
I refuse to fold. I'm not gonna join your little clique. So you mean you can either give it up or keep it up. I At this point I really just don't even give a damn. But nobody's heard my voice on this subject in a year. So I felt like it was finally my turn. I can finally get some shit off my chest. You look silly, all of you. I'm sorry. Any last words?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I appreciate the opportunity to get this off. Um, yeah, and you know, hopefully, eventually people, find something else better to do. Find something safer to do, like playing traffic. Right, that's a lot safer than what you're doing. So go play in traffic. That's my message to these people.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that man is Melchizedek, the high priest, and I am the high priestess Akasha. We out.
Peace.
Peace.